And so with these bombshell revelations in mind, I wanted to mention some of the most compelling evidence suggesting an extraterrestrial origin for UFOs in the form of these widely publicized encounters of the third kind, which are cases involving direct contact with alleged non-human entities. So while such claims of alien encounters were once dismissed as outlandish, David Grush's sworn congressional testimony about recovered non-human biologics forces us to reevaluate these historical cases with fresh eyes. And so if the government has indeed recovered non-human biological specimens, then reports of direct alien contact that seemed implausible may warrant serious reconsideration. So we got the 1994 aerial school incident in Zimbabwe, when 62 children reported seeing a craft land and encountering beings who communicated with them telepathically about environmental concerns. This case is best depicted in the fascinating documentary Aerial Phenomenon. The 1996 Varginha incident in Brazil involved multiple civilian and military witnesses who reported encounters with strange beings following a UFO crash, leading to what some consider Brazil's Roswell. And this is best depicted in James Fox's Moment of Contact. And that was honestly the documentary that brought me into this rabbit hole. There's the Betty and Barney Hill case from 1961. That represents the first widely documented alien abduction account in the United States, including details that would become recurring patterns in later cases. And then lastly, we have the Travis Walton abduction of 1975. That stands out for its multiple witnesses, the entire logging crew who saw Walton taken, and for the fact that Walton passed multiple lie detector tests about his 5-day disappearance. And the doc on this one is called The True Story of Travis Walton. And now, from Area 51 to Element 115, we have the Bob Lazar story and the free energy connection. So in 1989, Bob Lazar claimed that he'd worked at a classified facility called S4 near Area 51, where he was tasked with reverse engineering UFO propulsion systems that utilized an element not yet discovered, Element 115, which wasn't added to the elemental chart until 2004. And so when Lazar first came forward, his claims about a highly compartmentalized reverse engineering program at Area 51 seemed far-fetched, to say the least. However, with Grush's testimony about multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering programs in mind, this has transformed Lazar's account from seemingly outlandish to eerily prescient. And so despite intense skepticism and attempts to discredit him, several aspects of Lazar's story have been vindicated over time. He was proven to have worked at Los Alamos National Laboratory despite initial denials from the facility. Most remarkably, Element 115, later named Muscavium, was officially discovered in 2003, decades after Lazar described its crucial role in these anti-gravity propulsion systems. Lazar claimed the stable version of this element generated its own gravitational field and could bend space-time, allowing for advanced propulsion. Additionally, his mention of the Zeta Reticuli star system as the origin of the craft he worked on presents an intriguing connection to Betty Hill's star map drawn years earlier under hypnosis, which is a correlation so specific and unlikely that it strains the boundaries of coincidence and suggests both witnesses, separated by decades and circumstances, were describing the same reality. And so for two completely unconnected individuals to connect the same obscure star system, one through hypnotically recovered memory in 1961 and the other through alleged direct access to classified information in the 80s, points to something far more systematic than mere chance. And so the extreme secrecy that Lazar described, working in isolation, only consistently seeing one other person, and being carefully restricted in his access to information, this aligns perfectly with how such a classified program would need to operate. Most significantly, his claims about exotic propulsion systems point to something even more provocative than alien technology, the possibility that humans have been suppressing revolutionary energy technology that could transform civilization as we know it. And so the craft's ability to manipulate gravity suggests a fundamental breakthrough in physics that would render current energy systems obsolete. According to Lazar, his first days at S4 included witnessing a hemisphere the size of a basketball that generated its own gravitational field, which was technology he believed to be impossible at the time. The extreme compartmentalization he described in these programs, combined with recent whistleblower testimonies about classified UFO projects, suggest a decades-long effort to keep these technologies hidden from the public, possibly due to their potential to upend the global energy economy. And so Lazar also claims he read highly classified docs about UFOs and religion, which claimed humanity's role as containers, whether that's a connection to Lush theory and our emotions being harvested for energy by higher dimensional beings, or containers as souls. The claim is ambiguous, but this was perhaps his most profound claim. And so the testimony of Bob Lazar regarding alleged reverse engineering programs at Area S4 provides a crucial bridge between establishing UFO reality and exploring potential explanations for their origin, setting the stage for our investigation into whether these craft represent extraterrestrial visitors or evidence of classified human technology. And so I'm going to save the part 2 presentation regarding free energy explanations and deep dives into Nikola Tesla, the Great Pyramids, the suspicious deaths of modern free energy inventors, and the ancient apocalypse for later in this episode under the Money Runs the World and Lost Civilization section.